Greetings, everybody. This is Winnie Wriggle, and welcome back to Direwolf20's 1.16 Modpack. We're in episode 19 today, and today I have a lot of show and tell to begin with, and then we're going to get into a little bit of automation using the EnderStorage mod. But first up, the tour. So we are on the second level of our ravine base. This is our workshop area, and I wanted to show you, ta-da, I have finished the entire second level. We'll do a quick walkthrough. Remember, if we go right, this is our teleporter room. Exciting. The little grotto at the end. This is the staircase up to the first level. Our immersive engineering area. The mob farm. And I have finally finished out this entire corner. So again, we're going with the limestone and the white limestone. The water allows us to go up and down if we want to do that. And I'm such a fan of these cool kind of hidden staircase passages that I put another one in on this end of the ravine so we can get back up to our second level. This is our Industrial Foregoing area. And it's one of the areas we're going to be helping automate with the EnderStorage mod. I'm very pleased with how this turned out. It's so nice to have an entire level done when I'm up here. It's very immersive. The other change I want to show off is in our little apartment area. So if we go through here and I ask you, do you notice anything different? Do you see a door? With a secret staircase? Where does it lead? I love this kind of stuff. This is our new Cooking for Blockheads kitchen / juice bar. I couldn't stand it. I had to make a venue for our food production, and it turned out really well. Just a word of caution that the soul lanterns are not enough to keep the mobs out. If we turn on our light level overlay, you can see this is all very red. So as a solution to that problem, I've used the Mega Torch from the Torchmaster mob. This prevents mobs from spawning in a very large radius. So that will keep mobs out of here and actually out of most of the ravine base for us. So that is our secret room on the beginning of the third level down. We're making progress on the base. I'm so excited. I also went ahead and decorated the storage room. Remember, this was just a giant stone box of boringness. We've used structurize for the walls, a little bit of the terracotta we retrieved in the last episode for the ceiling. I also went ahead and buried the cabling under the floor for aesthetic reasons. And this is a perfect transition back up to our workshop area so we can take a look at our project chest. You might be asking yourself, what's all the strange stuff in the bottom of the chest, Winnie? Yeah, I accidentally triggered a raid and had to fight off 5 waves of villagers because I forget that our iron farm means we have a village. The good news is the raid gave us a lot of cool loot. Bunch of emeralds, some ominous banners. The raids came with the isologers and a couple of totems of undying, which might help us out when we get into late game stuff. We also got, this is my favorite thing, a Ravager statue and a Pillager statue. I thought we could put these here. Oh yes, I love it. How great is that? Okay, there's our Ravager. Oh, no, I don't, can I, seriously? I just put a Pillager on my head? Ah, wait, let's zoom in. Look at him. He's taking aim over the top of my head. How, can you see it from the back? Yep. He's in my head. I'm wearing him. I'm totally wearing him. This episode, the Pillager will be looking out for everybody. This is so great. Maybe my new thing. I wore deer antlers in the last modded series. Why not a Pillager on my head? Okay. In terms of actual projects that we're going to do today, we are going to be making use of the EnderStorage mod to do a couple of things. One, I want access to lava from the nether. The other thing I want to do is use the ender tanks to move the pink slime from our mob farm over to the dissolution chamber where we actually use it for crafting. So I thought this would be a really great way to show off the capabilities of this mod. We are also going to set up a little bit of automation using the Ender chest from the EnderStorage mod so that I can drop off ores from anywhere, either here in the workshop or from my inventory using the Ender pouch while I'm out mining, and they can be processing while I'm out mining. Each of the tanks and chests from the EnderStorage mod can be color-coded, so we'll need some dyes to help make that happen. The ranged pump that we're going to use from the ranged pump mod to collect lava in the nether will also require power. So I have a dimensional cell already set up and a power cell linked to our current power system. And of course, some of these things are going to have to be hooked up to our XNet system. So I have XNet connectors and cables in order to make that happen. So let's load up our inventory and let's start with gathering some lava in the nether. Here we are at our nether spawn. I'm not going to go far. I think it's easy now that we have flight to just come down here right underneath our portal to set up. And I think I have a couple of cobblestone to make this a little easier. So we're just going to come out. So you can see where I've been collecting lava down here. We're going to come out here. We're going to set the ranged pump down right there. This block requires power in order to run. So we're going to take our dimensional cell and set it down right behind it and set all sides to send energy. I'm going to put the power cell card in it so that it's linked to our power system. And this will add another 1,000,000 RF to that system as well. So now our pump, you can see the message in the lower left-hand side of the screen says that we're getting 32,000 out of 32,000 energy. So it will be happy pumping away. What we want to do is take the lava that it's going to collect and put it in one of our Ender storage tanks. Now, I want to color code this for lava. So I'm going to make all 3 of them red. And it'll start filling up with lava. Now, if we used our charged porter and zap ourselves home, zoop, and go over to our workshop area where I want access to lava. I'm tired of running down into the nether to get it. And we stick the tank. I guess we can just stick it right next to our work area. And I'm actually going to color code this the right colors. There we go. And now we have access to lava right here in our workshop, which is fantastic. We are going to do a very similar thing, but interacting with XNet and our mob farm in order to get pink slime moved over to another part of the base. So if we run over to our mob farm, and I'm just going to add an XNet connection onto our existing little nest of cables here. It's XNet, they don't really matter. So I'm going to make sure I have a connector. I'm going to put one of our Ender tanks on top of it. I want to color code it, which means I'm going to have to be able to reach it. Because this is pink slime, we're going to color code it pink. Doop. Repair our ceiling here. And now I need to go into the XNet controller and tell it to move pink slime from this quantum tank to the Ender storage tank. So here's the storage tank. I believe this is the quantum tank that has the pink slime. Yes. So we want to create a brand new channel that just moves liquid or fluid, as it's called in here, from, we'll set that to extract, and we'll set the Ender tank to insert, and I believe we should get pink slime. Isn't that magical? Oh, that's awesome. So now we have a pink coated Ender storage tank that can provide us with pink slime. So if we go up to our dissolution chamber from Industrial Foregoing, which requires pink slime for a lot of the crafting that we do, I'm going to stick an Ender storage tank on top, color code it pink, and look, now we have slime. Now I want to turn this around so that it's outputting slime into the dissolution chamber. So now we will have endless supply of pink slime across the base, and I didn't have to run a bunch of fluid pipes from one side of the base to the other. This mod is excellent at moving fluids both within the same dimension and across dimensions. I love that. Now let's use this same mod to move items like ores across our base and into our ore processing area very easily, basically from any dimension. I think the place to start this process is at our actual ore processing area. So here is where I would normally come in and dump off the ores to be processed. They would go into the pulverizer. Oh, look, I was making bone meal. Haha. And then into the redstone furnace and then come out here on top. So here's some more ores I randomly processed earlier. So what we want to do is replace both of these chests with 2 different color-coded chests so that I can put ores in the same color-coded chest from anywhere or in an ender pouch with the same color coding. And then we want the completed ingots to end up in a chest that I can then hook up to our storage system. So I don't have to come over here and empty this chest and go manually put it into our storage drawers. So we're going to get rid of this chest and this chest. And we're going to take 2 of our ender chests and set them down here. I'm going to color code them very similarly to the way the most machines color code things, using blue for input and orange for output. So we'll call our input chest blue and our output chest orange. So if I go to the ores I most recently mined and still haven't put in a chest, and I can stick these in here, they still go into the pulverizer. They turn into dusts, and those dusts get processed and put in the output chest. Now I want to take the output chest and go put a version of it over in our storage system so we can automatically put the ingots into storage. So if we go all the way down to our newly decorated storage room, so what we want is for things to go into these storage areas. And I'm going to add the chest to the XNet system back here behind the drawers. So we have a little cable, and then I want to set down a connector, and then I'm going to just set the chest on top of the connector so that it's now a part of this system. And if I go up here to the XNet controller, you can see now that one of our ender chests is actually a part of the system. So I'm going to need to color code this to match the output, that is our ingots that are coming out of the furnace over across the base. So now when I open this, I should see all those ingots, right? Which is great. That's perfect. Now, if we go to the XNet controller, I'm going to go ahead and make one brand new channel. I think we want to do it as items because this is not actually stored. We just are moving items. So we're going to create a new channel called items. And I'm actually going to call this ore processing so that I know what this channel is for. And what we're going to do is take things out of the ender chest. So extract, and we're going to insert them into the drawer controller. Let me make sure I have the right one. So there's that one. Oh, good. That's it. We just want the first 2 drawer controllers. I don't think we'll ever have a need to insert things into the mob farm. If we do, we can always add it. So now the completed processed ingot should be coming out of this chest and into our storage system. There, the iron is going down. And over here, I don't know that we can see it. There's too much iron. But it is hopefully going into this storage system. Okay, I'm back over at our ore processing area. Everything has moved through the machines. Now I also want the ability to put ores. I don't have to come over here to drop things off. What if I'm down in my workshop area and I want to drop stuff off to ore process? I can just throw down an ender chest color code it with the input, which is the 3 blues. And if I take some of the ores I went mining with, let's do gold this time, and chuck it in there, it should go across the base. Whoop. Into ore processing. And it gets processed into all the things. And then as the gold comes out and goes in the ender chest, it goes down to our storage system. There it is, gold being put into our storage system. Yeah, that's so cool. I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, the third and final option, let's say I'm not in my workshop. Let's say I'm out exploring or adventuring or even in the mining dimension itself, doing mining. In which case, I'm going to take the ender pouch from EnderStorage, color code it to match our input chest, and now I have a pouch. If I throw some ores in and close it and open it again. Oh, that doesn't work. Oh yeah, there they go. Oh, it just took them a minute. Are they in there? No, they should be processing. Let's go check. I'm lost in my own base. There we go. Yep, there's the iron being processed. Oh, that's so excellent. So now when I come in from a hard day's mining to the workshop, I can open up my pouch full of ores, run over to my color-coded ender chest, and chuck all the ores in here to be processed. And then they'll automatically be processed and put back into our storage system. How great is that? Okay, the last item I want to make that falls on our list of base improvements is a material stonework factory from Industrial Foregoing. If you've never used this block, I would consider this a super useful, amazing way of getting some of those resources that you don't really want to work to get, like smooth stone or cobble or a variety of other things. So I'm actually going to make one and then hook it up to our storage drawers and have it auto-produce some of the materials that we're going to need. I've already made the pink slime that's required for this. You just put a piece of glass pane in a dissolution chamber with pink slime and you get pink slime. Right now, that's the only source for them. We also need an advanced machine frame, which we'll run make, and a couple of gold gears. I think that's all we're missing. Yes. So let's go ahead and make our gold gears and stick them back in the storage system. And then our advanced machine frame is raw plastic, simple machine frame, some netherite scraps, gold, and a diamond gear. So we'll get all that together. Zero netherite. I guess I gotta pop down into the nether and do a little bit of mining for a couple of netherite scraps. I'll be right back. Down into the depths we go. It takes me a minute to find where I was mining before. There we go. Okay, we're gonna get out our trusty drill and go to town. There we go. Item mode fixed. Ooh, lava. More lava. Oh, there we go. Netherite. 3. That ought to do. Let's pop home. Whoosh. I love that. And we know if we stick these in an enrichment chamber, we should get 2 fur and 6. Now we can go craft our advanced machine frame. And of course, we have conveniently already provided it with pink slime. Yay! So we need a simple machine frame, plastic, 2 netherite scrap, 2 gold ingot, and 1 diamond gear in our dissolution chamber. Like that and that. 2 gold, 2 netherite, 2 plastic, 1 diamond gear, and we're crafting. Ta-da! Advanced machine frame. And yes, I know I could craft this in my pocket on my tablet, but I'm compelled to come back to my workshop because I'm like that. So our material stonework factory can be created. Ta-da! The other thing we need are some item cables and the cable wrench for cyclic, since those are the cables I'm choosing to use. So let's run down to our storage area. So we're going to set our material stonework factory down here in our storage area. This will be a very temporary setup. So it needs 3 things to operate. It's going to need power, which we will do with our dimensional cell here, setting all sides out. So now it has power. It also will need lava and water in order to produce cobblestone. Good news is we already set up our lava system in the nether. We just have to color code the tank correctly. So we're getting lava in there, and now we want to put it into the material stonework factory. Fantastic. The next thing we need is water. We're going to use the sink from cooking for blockheads. And I need a fluid pipe, not an item pipe. Fluid, like so. Stick it right there. Take our little magic stick and do pull on that. And now it should be getting water. So now it is producing cobblestone. And right now it's cooking things until it gets a smooth stone. So we don't want it to do that. Let's back up its processing. Okay, to do 1 smelting action. So it's going to produce cobblestone and smelt it into stone. And that's all we want it to do right now. And we're going to take that stone and we're going to put it in our storage system by using the item cables from Cyclic. So now if we go take a look at our stone, you can see, hopefully, oh, I need to turn it on. So we want the light blue in the back to go ahead and be enabled so that it puts stone into the storage system. There it goes, slowly producing smooth stone for us. And we're just going to let that run for a while until we have a couple thousand stone, which is great. And our lava ought to be all right. Seems to be keeping up very well. The material stonework factory is crazy. It produces all kinds of stuff. You can get obsidian, andesite, diorite, cobblestone, nether brick. It can turn anything into any variant just based on the combination of things that you choose. So we were getting smooth stone from stone because there were 2 furnace activities for the cobble. One of the most important things you can get from a material stonework factory is silicon, which is a necessary crafting ingredient for refined storage. So that'll be the next thing I set it up to produce for us in preparation for moving to refined storage in the future. And if you click over one more in JEI, it tells you what the requirements are for producing each of the items. So a piece of obsidian costs slightly more water and lava than, say, a piece of andesite. With our lava production from the nether, being able to move pink slime, ores, and completed ingots across the base into our storage system, I think that's everything we have time for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like. If you'd like to keep up with what's going on the channel, don't hesitate to subscribe. And remember, as always, you are the shiny stuff that awesome is made of. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.